No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Guys, welcome to the channel. Just want to give you a quick look at the Longines VHP. This is the very high precision, high accuracy quartz movement from them, from the Conquest family. This was lent in by my friend Josh, so a big shout out and thanks to you, Josh. This is a cool model. This is the 41mm version. I will drop some specs here on the screen and give you a shot of this on my 7.25-inch wrists, so you guys can see how it wears, how it fits. It's actually a pretty sharp watch, and you can feel the quality and the heft of this watch while it's on your wrist. It's got a very nice, well-built bracelet with screw links, butterfly style deployant clasp, very nice engraved case back with the classic logo there, the winged hourglass. And if we look at the dial, some really nice details. So we've got the gouache texturing, the concentric circle texturing emanating from that center hand stack. We have applied markers filled with Superluminova C3, so great visibility in low light situations. And then I like the choice of the red accents. So we've got red VHP written there for the model name of this watch, and then we've got red indexes all the way around the outside of the dial, and a red tip seconds hand. Notice how that seconds hand hits every tick perfectly. That's really impressive. You don't normally see that on an ETA quartz movement, a Swiss ETA quartz movement. This one is it's actually pretty impressive. It's a thermally compensated quartz movement. It's got a 5-year battery, a perpetual calendar, an end-of-life indicator, and it's accurate to within 5 seconds per year. So it's really among the top out there when it comes to high accuracy quartz movement. It goes toe-to-toe with the big guys from the likes of Seiko and Citizen, Grand Seiko and Citizen. And it's got a couple features that I find pretty impressive. So it's got a magnetic detection system. So anytime this watch gets near a particularly strong magnetic field, those hands are going to stop and the watch is going to go into safe mode. It's still going to be keeping track of the time, but once it passes that magnetic zone, those hands are going to sweep to the correct position on the dial, which I think is really awesome. It's also got a sleep mode that you can put it in if you're not going to be using it for a while to kind of conserve the battery. Again, the watch is going to be continuing to keep that accurate time, and then when you want to use it again, you simply push in the crown and those hands just automatically jump to the correct portion on the dial, placement on the dial, which is really cool and really satisfying to watch. So yes, it is a quartz movement, and it's kind of expensive. It comes in at $1,000 US retail. Gray market's $800, and pre-owned's probably a little bit less than that. So, you know, you're approaching $1,000, you're getting a quartz movement. Is the value here? Well, that's a subjective question. But when you compare this to its competition, like the Breitling Super Quartz, and again, those Grand Seikos and Citizens, it's actually quite a bit less expensive than those and has a lot of, nice technology in this movement. It's not just a quartz, it's a very impressive high accuracy quartz, a VHP. And the model has some good fit and finish, good wrist presence. And I think, if you're buying gray market, you're buying pre-owned, it's actually a pretty solid buy in my eyes. So what would be the negative aspects to this? At least for me, it's just visual and it's just subjective. So if we look at the dial, it's kind of hard to read the 12 and the 6 o'clock Arabic marker. They're polished, they're applied, but it kind of blends into that anthracite sunburst dial. So I'd like those to either be, loomed, so fill them with the C3, but keep the surround, the metal surround. I think that would enhance legibility and be pretty cool. Or just change the finish, make them brushed or something, help them stand out and get some contrast to that dial. The other thing, again, very silly, but if you look at the designation under the VHP, it says 5 bar, so it's announcing the water resistance, which isn't particularly impressive for what I would consider more of a dress piece. So I would just like that to be omitted. I don't think it really serves a purpose. So other than that, it's a cool watch. It's a very technically impressive piece. I'm grateful for Josh for lending it in. I've been wanting to check one of these out, and I've really enjoyed my time with it. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, big thanks to Josh, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.
This is the movement for those who